So I have figured out how to solve texting and driving. I've solved it. All it took was one trip to the doctor's office today. I was at the eye doctor and they dilated my eyes. And when they dilate your eyes, you can see things that are really far away from you, but you can't see anything close up, which is a really weird experience because you can operate heavy machinery, but you can't tie your own shoe. It's so weird. But I realize that this would be really useful for solving the problem of texting and driving. Because if you tell people that they have to put dilating drops in their eyes before they drive, they can't see their phone to text on it. They can only drive. That's the only thing they can do at that point is see super far away. So all you need to do is like set this up like, some people have like breathalyzers in their car. You just need to set that up. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to enforce it. I don't know what the fiscal ramifications of this are, but it's a great idea. So whoever's out there who knows how to make these things happen, please do. I don't like going to the doctor. It's not that I don't like doctors. It's more that I have this constant fear that they're suddenly not going to accept my insurance. And I think every American has that fear. No matter how many times you give them the insurance information, you give it to them online, then you give it to them over the phone, then you give it to them when you're in the office. And no matter how many times you give it, you always have that fear in the back of your head that they're going to turn around and tell you, well, guess what? As of 3 seconds ago, we no longer participate with your insurance. That'll be $200 million. I'm always afraid of that moment. I am so petrified that someday I'm going to go in for something stupid like my nose itches and they're going to go, you need allergy medication. And then I'm going to walk out with a bill for $2,000 because they looked into my nostril. Terrified of that happening. But, I also never know what's covered in my benefits. And it's not that I'm not given the information. It's not that I'm not provided the documentation of what's going on in my benefits. It's that I can't read it. Not can't, but won't. But also can't. The words are too big. They're huge words. They're giant words. They're these weird phrases with all these like clauses. And they always have like a bunch of asterisks. There's just asterisks everywhere. There's like 1,000 footnotes, and you're trying to match up the asterisk with that footnote. It's too much. It's too much. We need to use small words when explaining benefits. We need pictures. I want hieroglyphics to explain my benefits to me. I want you to draw what I am getting out of this package. I want caveman style benefits explanations. I want you to draw me the picture of the man going, tooth hurty. And then I want you to show me how much money that equals for me. How much money does tooth hurt equal? I want that. I don't want this whole big graph of like, if you get this, then this, but if you get it here, then it's this. And if it's on a Tuesday, then you get 20% off, but only if you go somewhere that's on the left-hand side of the street. It's too much. It's too much. It needs to be simpler. I don't understand it. And the thing is, the doctor doesn't understand it either, which, it makes sense. The doctor went to school to be a doctor and to figure out all the things that are wrong with your body, not to understand how to read the Shakespearean language that is insurance information. But and then the receptionists, they don't know either because there's like 10 million different insurance companies and each insurance company has its own like subsidiary of its insurance company. And then each one has its own like levels of insurance. So they don't have them all memorized. So there's no way that anybody in that doctor's office is actually going to be able to tell you exactly what your benefits are going to be able to give you. And of course, you have no idea because the packet is this thick. And that's a lot to get and understand. So nobody knows except maybe the insurance company, who inevitably has a really long customer service line on their phone. And then they tell you to go to their website, and their website is always broken. It's always like broken. You can't find anything on it because it's all like tunneled under about 1,000 different subfolders. And then even once you find it, it still makes no sense because, again, they aren't using enough pictures. We need more pictures. This is really frustrating. But I try not to get upset at the staff at the doctor's office. I try not to get upset at them because I remember what it was like working at a front desk. well, not really a front desk, but I used to work as a cashier at a steward shop, which if you've never been to a steward shop, it's kind of like a upper class 7-Eleven. It's we have ice cream, we have really good ice cream, and we sell gas, and there's like a grocery area, and people would come to me and ask me why the price of milk went up. Like I controlled the price of milk. Me, the 18-year-old standing behind the cash register, somehow controlled the price of milk. And what I would like to leave you all with is the fact that no one who you can directly interface with is ever in charge of anything that you are upset about, ever. Okay, they're never in charge of it. The cashier is not in charge of the price of milk. They can't explain why the milk costs more. You might as well ask the cow why the milk costs more. What has the cow done recently that they are now upselling their titty juice? What are they doing here? Did the cows go into some sort of a union recently? Are they demanding more corn per day? Were there layoffs from the dairy? Like why are they suddenly asking for more? The person you are talking to cannot fix or has no control over anything that you're going to complain about. The person who you want to complain to is somewhere in a high rise, in a corner office with a beautiful view of Central Park, living their best life, getting their coffee brought to them. And the person you're screaming at is some 18-year-old kid who is just trying to get enough money that they can pay for the gas that's going to take them home, and that they can then use that same gas to bring them back to the exact same place that they are now every single day. That's who you're screaming at. So just be nice to the poor front desk people and the cashiers, because they have about as much control over the situation as you do. That's it from me, guys. Thank you so much.